one. Oh, these are nice. Just shield more. I don't actually really use. And from that, I should be able to... Yeah, now I can try to get that. Hopefully that'll be worth it. Probably want to start upgrading this so I can launch more enemies. All this stuff probably would be great too. Yeah, where am I? I'm like... The duck was... Honestly, from here I might as well try to go to the luck room. I don't think dashing makes me faster. Nope, I need it 5. Damn. I wanted to know your secrets. We definitely want to go up there because there was a lot of junk up that way. Maybe it's fast. Who knows? Sure is destructive. Hey guys, I died out there. Thank you for helping. I like how it was like one dude. Hey. Nice of you guys to spawn immediately. I don't really want to, like, focus on killing this big man, but considering everyone else that's around, I wonder if maybe that sniper skill would be very beneficial for me. Almost got rocketed. I got rocketed. Shielding's gone. Ah, rocket! Oh my god, I don't like these guys. I was trying to shield up and I didn't have anything. Oh my god, what? Ooh, still. Hello? Where'd you guys come from? I don't even know what hit me there. Why is this room such a pain? Can it stop? I just want to get goodies. Just want goodies. It'd be so bad if the checkpoint wasn't so far off. I probably should have looked to see if I could buy any upgrades. I think it would have told me when I looked last time. Like, I think there would have been an indicator. Be a bit more proactive about throwing rockets, I guess. I love how I can't see where the healing friend is. Hello. Oh my god, so many things. What if I just run? You guys won't chase me if I run up here. I really don't want to go down there. It's just like we're being assaulted.
I've been fielding questions.
This seems like a very good room because it has a bunch of these symbols. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague, Dr. Harrington, has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the strongest department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. What is this? Oh, this is probably up here.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the headroom resonance anyway?
He's having a good time.
Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
I was gonna say, it's nice that it's quick and painless, but now I'm not so sure. He said he was joking. Might have all just been a prank. Oh, the Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. I kind of thought that was just a Jesse thing, but okay. Mainly, I guess I thought more so it was a, the board. Because we had the service weapon kind of thing. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that the potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an awe occurred in the vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the in the astral plane to the items, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I'll attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully, the truth will emerge. I doubt it.
Do you always need to wear them? What's the deal with the headroom resonance anyway?
I liked that we just heard him do the Seinfeld thing. What's the deal? Resonance, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Open the door to a, I've called, The emits a force that is far beyond the forces we previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? Au's altered items, objects of powers, do they share a common that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Refer to file to full summary. There's so many notes. I feel like I should have been in here before I actually continued through the rest of the area, but whatever. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I am allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the Astral Plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very of objects such as the hotline or the service weapon. I'm going to assume the blank is connection to the board of objects such as the hotline and service weapons. Mainly that last bit about objects like the hotline and service weapons seems like a dead giveaway. But I would assume that they are connected, kind of like how I thought that Jesse was seeing these like training courses in the Astral Plane just because of the board. Maybe I'm not actually that far off. What if these particular objects were never linked to them, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with them? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the is a natural fact and not something more Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Oh, they all went down. Those were not very sticky notes. That's where the thing came from, was a projector.
We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
I think that's everything that's here.
Think of them as
What if the enemies despawn? Looks like it. That is good to know if I don't want to deal. Huh. Still seems like it wants to let me in.
Possibly changing labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
So wait, what was that type? Hotline?
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Yeah, so that was absolutely different from what he said before. Oh. That's a big map section. That's cool. I'm gonna be like trapped in here forever. Because I don't know how to solve it. That's like a super cool way to make the walls move. Like how some of the like wallpaper is actually torn out. Oh, thank you. Can't really interact with anything. And eventually we do just end up back at start. I could see potential. Ooh, that doesn't seem right. Is that part of the maze? I could see potentially that there might be something I'm missing to solve this. But considering how big of a map section and considering what the hotline note said, I feel like this is probably going to be something that's important later. Like, straight up, it's like, we keep all the cool secrets in here. You gotta have the, you gotta have the cool clearance from, what was the binder? He said the binder. So, I'm sure that's like a later thing. Or I could be wrong. That was very cool looking, though. Enemies came at me. It seems like if you're quick enough, you can absolutely, possess them even when... I kind of forgot all about it. You guys do you. Was this the shelter I never went into? Well, it definitely is one I didn't go into. I think the problem was like this whole lobby area just kind of got funneled into a direction and kept going. Possible a woo in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via phone line. Event is notably similar to a woo in which room. Event is believed to have been caused by, and the result of the following measures have been taken to prevent. It didn't seem like you, and there's a supplement we had gotten. Can't imagine you guys really did much for that. So we went that way. I never came down here. There was a lot I didn't end up actually seeing. Missed so much astral blip. You wouldn't believe how many astral blips I missed. Huh. Interesting. I was afraid that was like, danger mold, but it seems to be something else. Still don't actually know if that's even mold. Thresholds have always been a source of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by, we never know what new discoveries will be provided to the Bureau. We must always seize these opportunities. The report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. The query brought Black Rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mold has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go into fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. So, is that mold? I'd assume the one that's like kills me when I look at it is actual mold. Come on, yeah, we did it. Piercing boost. Please, guys, I just want to explore. Oh, guys, please. I don't want to be here. Leave me alone. It's like trying to zoom so I can find notes. Hi, Carla. Does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 Black Rock samples you sent. The prism or whatever you called it. I filed them in the usual place under C for Carla. A handy mnemonic device, right? Please go out with me. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks. Or dinner, even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. I'm desperate. All the very best, Hubert. I think this also wouldn't be so bad if the ball didn't move around so much. I like how I was able to open that through the stall door. Okay, I'm gonna assume and hope. I'm done down here, because I think over there was where the goo was coming from. So let's try to leave now. I just hate the encounter in this room. It seems like it's the same encounter. It just depends on where they spawn. What do we need to go to? Maintenance. Right, so we can do the Black Rock stuff. Curious if there's anything to talk to anyone about. I assume that the bonus mission is gone.
No hiss followed you in, right?
Dude, I don't know if the hiss is following me anywhere.
Hope's grasping at straws.
Why? If hiss is a frequency, then why couldn't it vibrate multiple?
Yeah, there was nothing. Ooh, if I had enough source, which I think I lost because I died a bunch, we could do something there.
In order to alter human physiology, it would explain the hair loss.
Think about it.
Precision that physical alterations in his corrupted organs
You know.
vary so wildly. What's the connection?
Linguistic ability. Research were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating hiss entities. However, no distinction between the repeating phrase and the one repeated by the more violent hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of this repeating string of words? Is this how the hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical ability? Is it a message, an incantation? We were able to record a first-hand recitation of the chant, seeing the corresponding audio record, refer to file, whatever. I want to listen. Probably nothing new from you. We really don't have anything to talk about?
See you soon. Be careful out there.
Any other lady didn't, like, show up here? I didn't see her. I mean, I guess you guys are security here now. Guess we're just going to maintenance. I don't know why I keep going back and forth like that. Like, that's gonna help. Guess that's close enough to central maintenance. I mean, last time it was closed off. It might just be open when we go.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he all right? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
That sounded like an I don't know. I don't think this is where I'm supposed to really be going. Might want to be in the more centralized area. I just ended up here. The map is difficult sometimes. I hear things being cranky. I don't really want to deal with them. Can I just take the elevator? Oh. Well, that actually really works out. Thank you, elevator. You're very kind. So, where am I going? Yeah, okay, I guess. Yeah, that did really work out. Don't have that clearance. Was this how I was supposed to get up here? There was a way. Oh, I can't though, because I don't have the clearance for that. So I have to go like the other way I tried to go then? God damn it. Go back down here? Probably should have gone to the first floor. That would have been the power plant, right? That's all the... Yeah, I guess I want to go to the first floor and try to find my way over to the other place. Maybe I should just find Atty. He'd know what to do. See that I could actually control these explodey lads. Probably should have not bothered trying to control the explodey lads. And can see it causing me more harm than good. Well, I need to just get to central maintenance, right? At this point, definitely the center stage would have been easier. This does seem to indicate that I'm going the right way. Oh. A little scary. Is this how I get, like, the bridge to operate? Because I did get... no thank you. Can you not? Who gave you clearance? It's kind of weird puzzle solving stuff to do. If I need to have these active. Definitely need that one active. Where's the one that I... What do you do? Don't know why I, like, plugged this in. Not knowing why this was inserted into something does not help me. Where am I? I'm in a zone. Ocean View Motel again. Laws of 3. Yeah, okay, okay. So the motel does the... I'm gonna look around first. Oh, that looks like that just drops me right back into where I was. Okay. I don't really know what I was doing in that other room. But, yeah, I like the motel. It was a cool place. I love the constant, like, color switching. It also does just say we're in nowhere.
Hello? I don't know. The lights are on. They should be open. We're looking to get a room for the night. Hello? I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Huh. Do I still have the key for this? I don't. I do think that that one room we saw definitely was meant to mimic this. So did this change that? It did. Okay. So that's how I somehow solved the puzzle last time. Okay. 2 doors. Is it a... That have just been it? Yeah, apparently. The key again? So it was just mimic the room. If I didn't touch the chair, I would have accidentally solved it. Let's do anything else. Okay, it seems like it's just all those. Was it just the key for this again? And now the bridge is open. Okay. There's like something else that I would have had to have tried to solve here in some way. Just seemed like I don't know what one of those switches was for. It might have been an easy way to plug in one of the power cubes so that you can grab it later to solve the... Ow. I'm being assaulted. Oh god, that's a sphere. Leave me alone. You guys have fun over there. I don't want to deal with you. Can't follow me. I don't like the sphere. It's annoying.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
Yeah, let's see what the deal is with this Atlas thing. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and functions are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see file Attal 3 for said dimensions, seems to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. A previous theory was that the change corresponds to how shifts, and that the Atlas is a of the itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time of the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observations will hopefully aid it in discovering its purpose. Well, we'll eventually get 5, right? We just clean up in the bathroom. Feeling clean. Stuck in a stall. Can't go that way. So we'll go up. Like a different room. But I can solve puzzles. What a weird room. Dodge efficiency. Shatter projectile. Choke. Is there like a... We're just doing all that junk. It's a weird color, like an indication of just how strong it was. Prime. Yeah, I guess it was. Rare versus Prime. Guess I'm gonna drop in. Who's getting shot at? Hopefully not me. Just open that real quick. Don't really, like the way this room looks. Be my friend, be my friend, be my friend. Be my friend. I'm kind of trying to chill a little bit in the back here. If only because there's isn't exactly a easy safe spot to like return here. This is why chilling was a good idea. Be my friend. Yeah, okay, so your weird targeting thing indicates that you were that scary guy. Let me have this, please. I think my friends died, but if I can take this spot, I'm happy.
Hey, Spade, up here!
Oh. Arish showed up here? Arish? I really don't remember how to pronounce his name. I apologize. I mean, it took me like 3 parts to realize that her name's Jessie and not Jess. Is that where you were? Just looking around for a minute. Okay. Anything new in here? No. I'm going this way. It just seems better to watch it like this.
During an AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet. They pulled the cord and were instantly transported to the Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream like haze. Whoa. Inside, they found a door marked with an inverted black pyramid. And just like that, it led back to the oldest house, some 2,000 miles from Montana. Now we're finding the cord in increasing numbers throughout the Bureau. Somehow the two places, they became in tune to each other. The actual physical location of the Ocean View is a mystery. Stepping beyond its walls has so far proven impossible. A place of power, like the oldest house.
I like the motel. I think it's cool.
During an AWE investigation, our agents discovered a light switch cord in a Butte bungalow closet. They pulled the cord.
And look at the mess that I left down there.
Ocean View Motel.
We've seen that picture before, I think. Safe room. Health boost. A better health boost? Don't mind if I do. Think anything else better there? Okay. I do like better.
Glad to see you're still you.
Sorry I let some guys
They've taken
die.
a few hits. We need to get them to a surgical station ASAP, but I don't
Ranger
think they're stable
Squad
enough to
Charlie
move.
7 returned from an expedition into the quarry.
Alright, you guys.
Ranger Squad Charlie 7 returned from an expedition into the quarry threshold just after 0500 Zulu. Can you please state your names and describe the purpose of your expedition?
Kevin Horowitz.
Rupert Wells.
Our mission was to map quarry grid coordinates G29. Secondary objective, as always, was to find a route from the threshold entrance and maintenance to the formation. Secondary objective was not a success.
What a surprise. And did you encounter any previously unrecorded event or entity while inside the threshold?
No, nothing. Do you think we should tell him about the mermaid?
Excuse me?
Yeah, the mermaid. Horowitz here found this mermaid in the quarry, just sitting on some black rock. She was singing this beautiful song, and he was overcome with desire. She was so alluring.
I'd
Are you
say she was
pranking?
more enchanting than alluring.
Fine, enchanting.
Did you tell your CO about this?
No. Because it didn't happen.
Nothing happened. As usual.
Damn,
the
they
quarry
joshed
is full
me?
of rocks. That's it. Can we go now?
Fuck you guys. Get out of here.
I got a little excited about the mermaid thing.
0500
Sounded kind of neat.
Can you please state your names and describe the purpose?
Isn't there like a note? Oh, there it is. The note. Is it the mermaid note? Have you noticed the recent tension between Trench and Darling? They've both been acting odd lately. It's palpable, the sexual tension. Trench concerns me the most. His sudden hostility towards Darling's project is very unlike him. He was the one who approved all this head-drawn research in the first place, but after Darling unveiled those HRAs, he was livid. I personally don't see any reason not to equip Bureau staff with an additional protective device, especially not if it's as strong as Darling says. What do you make of this? Have you seen anything from either of them that strikes you as odd? Let's talk in person soon, before the next Bureau heads meeting. It's interesting that Trench was not into it.
Hey, remember the deal. You kill a hiss. Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on here, boss. How's the situation outside maintenance?
What do I tell him? The truth is harsh, but these people seem familiar with death.
Tell them about the mermaids.
The hiss are everywhere. Most of the Bureau is lost. We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction. Another day at the FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway. We are just treading water here, and the hiss keep coming.
They also have a ghoul now, apparently.
I don't know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't know me. They don't know how I've failed people.
What did you do?
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base in Executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of
I hope it's a mermaid.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
It was great that kept going when I was in that conversation. I guess that's what you guys barricade it. Maybe I should have invested into that. What that? Can I have it? No. Should have invested into new gun. Hopefully I'll have enough points when I die if I ever remember to actually
Arish
go.
wasn't kidding about that monster.
I'm sure it's fine. Oh, we actually have this map. It does seem pretty, relatively empty. Not empty. I guess small. There we go. Small is the word. Swan boat procedure? Let's go. This is what I want more of. Altered items that, like, don't really matter, but it's just a thing. We actually have a rubber duck supplement, maybe? Unknown unique procedure required. Item is made of fiberglass, painted to resemble a swan. Foot pedals allow the item to propel forward in water. The item emits a pulse of physical force at an estimated force of possible connections to OOP 5. Measuring the exact force created by the item has been hindered by concerns from Human Resource Department. The item was seized for the activity rental service called... From an activity rental service called Blup, located on Lake Maracana. On Vancouver Island. Oh, that's Canada! After the eject... I thought it would be in, like, Alaska. On Vancouver Island, Canada, after the ejected numerous riders over the course of the summer, bringing the boat to the attention of media. The item was transported to the Bureau by helicopter. A containment is... I lost track of where I was. Transported to Bureau by helicopter. Containment specialist accompanied it, sent to recite Formula C9 through 32 recursively. What occurred as the helicopter is not known, but all agents were lost in the crash. The item was recovered and then transported by train and arrived at the Bureau without further incident. Alright, that's just a note we got. I'm gonna assume if we actually have, like, an image of the thing... Well... I would assume it would be like an object of power that we can use, but it is kind of in its own category. Talk about a swan song. I still have no idea what it actually did. Just ejects people out of it. I don't have access! Give it to me!
You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism?
This is a whole, like, train track thing. We're gonna have to fight the swan. Is the swan the monster? What is going on here?
Shit! They're shattered. Not a single prism left. What the fuck?
That seems like a monster. Just straight up like a vampire bat. And by vampire bat, I guess I just mean a vampire. It's more bat than man. Dead.
Let's hurry.
His distorted agents are able to render themselves invisible and emit a powerful concussive blast when in close range of their target. Curiously, the His Distorted is apparently not able to utilize both abilities at once. It must make itself visible when it goes on the offensive. The His Distorted is unique in the fact that it wields a paranatural ability previously unknown to the Bureau, perhaps tapping into a yet undiscovered object of power. How does this invisibility work? Does the Distort become resonance temporarily? Does it use Hiss resonance to refract light? The physical deformation of the particular Hiss entity is noteworthy in its thoroughness. Clearly, the human hosts would have died from such extreme alterations, which prompts the question, are the corrupt simply animated corpses? Refer to that file for more information.
Darling's lab.
Well, I mean, yeah, I can see that being annoying when there's a bunch of other targets. But it seems like it's just a matter of react to it showing up, becoming visible. And then from there, you can just start blasting it a little bit. Seems a little less annoying than other things.